Hey everyone, this is Shukesh Bonik from Gadgets Portal, and today I'm going to present you the full in-depth review on this second generation Motorola Moto G. The first generation Moto G sold like hotcakes, and this phone actually saved the company. In just 7 months, Motorola sold around 1.6 million Moto phones alone in India and has become the 4th largest smartphone seller in India. Flipkart is the only seller of Moto phones in India, so I have added a Flipkart link in the description below which you can use to buy this phone. The price is listed 12,999 rupees for this 16GB version, and there is also an 8GB version in the international market with $179 price tag. Well, first of all, let me share some important facts about the exterior hardware quality and the ports. Motorola has put some water-resistant nano coating on the smartphone which protects the phone from the inside out. That is, you can use this phone even if there is a bit rain. The USB port is open, and this phone is not actually IP certified water resistant, so you should not actually immerse this phone under water. The back cover is nicely carved, which gives a great grip in hand, and though the phone is 11mm thick, the handling of this phone is actually not bad. You can put your index finger on the Motorola logo here, and accessing this huge 5 inches display with your thumb is slightly inconvenient, but it's okay if you have a large or at least a medium sized hand. This new Moto G second generation also features dual or stereo speakers, which is actually very loud. But unfortunately there is some cracking sound you will hear because of this amplification. Overall, the speakers are decent loud and will be great for watching movies and also playing games. Apart from larger display and stereo speakers, Motorola Moto G second generation has got SD card support. The internal storage out of the box is 12GB, which is also great. There is OTG support as well, that is, you can attach your pen drives. So considering all of this, storage should not be an issue on this new Moto G. Well, now let's discuss about the display here. It's a 5 inches IPS LCD with HD, that is 720 by 1280 resolution display, and the PPI is 294, that is, the pixels are not visible in naked eyes. The small text and icons are looking very smooth. The viewing angles are actually not that great, but there is no decolorization like other entry-level devices. Overall, the color rendering, the pixel sharpness is unquestionably great, and the white levels are purely white. The brightness is also great as this is an IPS display. Now this phone is running on stock Android, that is, there is no custom skin on the interface, which is making it very fast. There is no delay in launching these system apps, which is a common issue with the graphics intensive user interfaces on the Samsung, Sony, HTC devices. In fact, I have done a speed test in between this Moto G and the Galaxy S5. You will be shocked to see that the core applications actually run faster on this new Moto G. You can check the description below for that important video. Well, let me now give you a quick walkthrough of the exterior design. There is a front-facing 2 megapixels camera with HD recording, and there are some sensors over here. Now the rear camera shoots at 8 megapixels, and unfortunately this camera can record up to 720p videos. There is an LED flash as well, which is very powerful. At the side you can see that there is dual tone plastic, that is, the front part is actually glazy and the back part is rubberized, which feels really nice and very premium. You can also change the back panel with different color options. Overall, this Moto G is a very stylish phone and also well built. The weight of the phone is 149 gram, which is quite bulky, but I personally like heavy phones because they feel quite solid. Overall, on the exterior design and build quality, I'll give 8 out of 10 to this Moto G because of the great price tag. I also want to mention that there is a bright white notification light here, and this blinks when you get notifications. As you can see at the bottom, the navigation bar is actually on screen, which is taking some space on the screen, but while watching movies or playing games, this actually hides, which enables you to enjoy the full 5 inches display. Well guys, that's all on the exterior design. Now let's dig into the software. Starting from this lock screen here, you can put face unlock, that is, your face as the password. You can drag from the bottom edge of the phone to get Google Now anywhere anytime on this phone. This works even if you are playing games. Now on the lock screen, the most special feature is the camera launcher, and what's special about it? Well, if your phone is even locked, you can access the camera from here and the captured images from the locked phone will be shown only. Your private photos will be saved, so you can borrow this phone to your friends for taking photos and they cannot actually access your gallery and also unlock the phone without your password. They can only check the photos they have clicked and also delete them, so this is indeed a very nice feature. Now here on the lock screen, you can also put widgets just like your home screen. You have to just swipe and you can also minimize these. You can add more widgets from this option, and these are the available widgets, and you can also download hundreds of widgets from the store. Here on the home screen, as you know, you can get the notification panel just with a single swipe, and there is a protect your phone option which helps you locating your lost phone, and you can even lock the phone or wipe the phone's data remotely using your Google account. Now if you swipe down with 2 fingers, you will get some toggle switches and you can control your Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, etc. from here. You can just press and hold to switch on these, and you can also single press to go to the specific settings. You don't have to look for these in the settings menu. Alternatively, you can just click here to get these toggles, and you can manage your dual SIM cards from these toggles here. As you know, this is actually a dual SIM phone with micro SIM card capability, and there are some dedicated settings for that. Here from these dual SIM settings, you can set the default SIM card for calling, messaging and also for internet. Moto G takes 3G SIM cards with speed up to 21 Mbps HSDPA. Wi-Fi is single band and there is no NFC connectivity on this smartphone. Now along with the protect your phone option, Motorola is offering you some other services like this Motorola Moto Assist is a very handy app. This helps you in managing your sound profile or incoming calls. For example, if you are in a meeting, you can just silent this phone or put some exceptions for your favorite contacts. That is the contacts you have stored on the contacts menu. There is also an auto reply option with a custom message. There is a sleeping mode as well, which is very useful and I personally use this a lot. Here again you can put some exceptions for your near and dear ones. There is also a Motorola Migrate app which helps you in bringing the contacts menu from your previous Android or iOS devices. The next crucial app is Motorola Moto Alert, which is very handy when you are in danger. You can just declare emergency and this phone will raise an alarm and also send your location along with an SOS message to your emergency contact numbers you have set. There are some other cool options like this phone can keep track of when you leave or arrive at places you visit regularly and automatically alert your chosen contacts. You can use this for your school-going kids. There is an option called Follow Me which sends your current location to selected people at specific intervals. So if you are traveling, you can use this. Meet Me option actually sends a message to selected people with a meeting place. So all of these features are really nice and helpful. There is also a Google Translator app preloaded, that is you can translate any language to any language and you can also use voice. These are the languages supported. Well guys, now let me quickly show you the keyboard. Writing on a 5 inches display is not bad and you can use this continuous input out of the box. You can use the space bar for the space so you don't have to stop to put space. Now let me also show you the browsing experience and let's visit our website gadgetsportal.in. You can find a written review on this device in this website. Pinching is very smooth, there is no vibration or anything like that. Scrolling is buttery smooth and double tap is also okay. Small text are looking very sharp and there is overall no issue in the browsing experience. Well, next I want to show you the very important camera. As you know, there is an 8 megapixel shooter at the back and 2 megapixels at the front. The camera quality on this Moto G is exceptionally good and I think one of the best in its class. The shutter and the focusing is very fast, as you can see, and you can also do some digital zoom just with a single swipe. You can also move this focus point anywhere on the screen and specify the focus area during photography as well as in videography. This will also do exposure compensation. You can swipe on the left and get some important settings like the HDR, the touch to focus, and also this HD slow motion video mode. This is a very interesting mode. You can do slow motion video of water drop or something breaking, and that will look really cool. Here you are also getting panorama, geotagging, and you can set widescreen photography for 16:9 images suitable for wallpapers. You can also mute the shutter. Now the front facing camera on this Moto G is a bit of surprise because the images and the photos, especially in low light, are exceptionally good. I didn't really expect this from such a budget phone. I think this is better than even Galaxy S5. Here in the gallery there is also an extensive editing option. There are lots of options, lots of settings you can play with. You can also check the preview. You can put frames, you can crop, you can also apply exposure effects. Well guys, if you are finding this video very helpful, then you can subscribe to this channel and also share this video with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, etc. Now let's talk about the sound capability, and this phone has stereo speakers as I mentioned before. Though the loudness is extremely good, the clarity is not up to the mark. You can clearly hear the sound is cracking. To make this more clear to you, let's play the same song on this Galaxy S5. Though the loudness is not that much, it's very clear compared to the speakers of Moto G. Though Moto G can record up to HD videos, you can play back full HD videos without any lag, so you can enjoy your full HD movies on this very vibrant display. Well, I think that's all on the software, that is the user interface, and overall I'll say the interface is very fast. There is not a single issue I have experienced so far. Let's talk about the battery performance of this phone, and as you know, the battery is inbuilt on this Moto G. You cannot replace it on your own, and it's a 2070 mAh battery. The battery backup on this phone is, I'll say, very satisfactory. I am getting at least one full day on normal to heavy uses, and you will get around 1.5 days or even 2 days on very basic uses. There is a battery saving mode if you are running low in battery. Next, the Android version on this phone is 4.4.4 KitKat, and the upcoming Android L is coming soon for this Motorola Moto G. So with this phone you will be always ahead of other devices because this is a stock Google phone. Because of this, the interface is blazing fast, but there is no software feature here. You can always download launchers and wallpapers etc. from the store. I have another channel called Gadgets Portal Play where I show Android launchers, applications etc. so you can check that out as well. Well, last but not the least, let's talk about the real processing power of this phone, that is the CPU, GPU, RAM etc. First of all, the multi-touch capability of this phone is up to 10 point, and there is also a compass which will help you in maps and also in few games. The gaming performance is also excellent. I have played a lot of hardcore games on this phone and everything was really buttery smooth. The Nina Mark II shows 57.6 FPS, which is actually quite good enough for HD gaming, and I'll actually do a gaming review on this phone and upload a video review on this channel, so make sure you subscribe and keep in touch. Now before I run the benchmarks, let's check the CPU details. The app I am using is called CPU Z, and this phone features a Cortex A7 quad-core processor with 1.19 GHz clock speed, and the GPU is Adreno 305. The chipset is Qualcomm Snapdragon 400 MSM8226. Here are the list of sensors you are getting on this Moto G. Overall, the spec is good for the price, but there are some Chinese brands in the Indian market which are actually providing much better specs at this price point. But still, I can tell you that the spec here is excellent and enough for playing hardcore games. This is 3D Mark benchmark for checking gaming performance, and let's check what result I have got. The 3D Mark score is 4693, which is actually an okay result. You can pause here and check the details. Next, I also want to share with you the Antutu 5 benchmark results, and I've got 17,945, which is again good for the price and the class of this device. Here is the details, you can pause and check. Well, we are at the end of this very long review, and my final verdict is, if you want a reliable, fast and flawless device at only 13,000 rupees, then this Moto G is a great device to buy. The first generation Moto G has really good feedback from the users, so this Moto G second generation will also be a great device. The hardware quality on this phone is top class, and the stock Android user interface actually make this phone very fast. You are also ahead of others with the latest Android updates. So overall, Moto G offers you a complete package at only 12,999 rupees. You can get this only from Flipkart, so I have added a Flipkart link in the description below which you can use to buy this phone. You can also subscribe to this channel if you have found this video really helpful, and also keep in touch with this channel. You can check my Facebook page, facebook.com/gadgetsportal for the camera samples, and also Gadgets Portal Play for Android launchers, applications etc. Well, thanks for watching guys. This is Shukesh Bonik, and keep in touch.